I'm going to cut that short tonight because I'm late, right? So, I see Cynthia. I'm trying to stay awake, Ronbo. There's many reasons for my being tardy, none of which I'm going to waste your time with right now, though. Let's get started. Fam! Yanking tough! Yes! And by the way, as gold miner in, I still feel bad about gold miner. I just gotta get. If you see gold miner, let me know. Okay. Anyway, headline news tonight, fam. Many 49ers veterans may be gone before 2020 opening day. And this is nothing unusual, but the fact of the matter is, some of the names that are leaving are going to be hard to figure out. It could be that Marquis Goodwin and Matty B. They could be leading to possible mass exits of 49ers names that recently became famous around Santa Clara. Joe Staley, by choice of retirement, made his exit, and he won't be counted in any negative fashion whatsoever. And this could be a year that many vets turn in their gate pass that may include Jason Verrett and C.J. Beathard, Dante Pettis. Now, anytime you're looking for somebody to put on a bad list, you get Dante Pettis. He always fits right in, don't he? There are a few more names that may be standing on a very thin bubble. From you tonight, let's say, who are they? I'd love to know who your choices are, because it's Monday Night Raw, and this is the night we like to argue. So let's do that. The loss of Breida and Goodwin was predictable. We saw that coming. The retirement of Staley, a little less so, because we thought he'd figure out. Joe probably say one more year, right? We were hoping anyway, because we were hoping next year. Joe, we're going to the Super Bowl next year. Don't leave. Wait. We can do this, Joe. But Joe says, no, man, my neck and things are not feeling well. So, and so we get Trent Williams, which was going to be interesting if we got Trent Williams no matter what. And, that would have been very strange. Anyway, that's not the case. So, what is surprising, though, the re-signing of Jason Verrett, does that make sense to you? You figured after one contract, Jace, we tried, it failed. You know what I'm saying? We wish you the best of luck. Happy day to you. No. 49ers re-upped him again for this year. Now, that is a surprise, the re-signing. In fact, I thought after that one-year contract, as I say, don't call us, we'll call you, Jason. No. Jason will still continue to compete. And given what's happened over the last 4 years of his career, after a Pro Bowl season in 2015, which everybody was saying, oh, we may get Jason Verrett, the Pro Bowler, and get rid of Akello Witherspoon. And Akello beat him out, last year. But 2015, he was a San Diego Charger. Verrett suffered an ACL injury that knocked him out of the 2016 season. He lived for the most part on the injured reserve list for the next 3 seasons, and now 4 years. So Jason Verrett is getting paid a lot of money, playing very little football. Several other medical conditions later, he has a record of having appeared on the football field about as much as LeBron James in the last few years. And as you know, LeBron James is an NBA star. So how many times is LeBron going to be on the football field? Jason, what are you going to do, man? Okay, you know what? There comes a time. I think he said he contemplated retirement last year, so it's not his fault. The 49ers are the one begged him to come back out, so maybe they owe it to him to give him as much time as he needs. But how much is that? That's a roster spot. Okay. Dante P. Now, Mrs. Pettis' baby boy is no surprise to anyone to see his name on the list. I mean, we're talking about the prospective golden child of the Shanahan offense when he was first picked up. He had all the tools. He had all the makings. He was the dude. Come on in here. Gosh, Dante, we got us something now. Pettis became persona non grata early last season after some iffy performances. Stemming from what Shanahan himself suggested was that Pettis lacked a competitive drive. Now, fam, is that going to go away? We noticed it. Shanahan got mad when he noticed it. Is he going to bring something else new to camp this year? Is he going to come in with drive and attitude and dog and barking and ooh, 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 ooh? Is he going to come in all like that? I don't think so. Despite some undeniable talent, he just seemed to lose heart. a little afterward, and largely outplayed by the defensive backs, covering him in every single game he played in. And that was not possible. Do you think he's sensitive? Did they hurt his feelings to the point he just didn't want to compete anymore? All those circumstances that led Pettis straight into Shanahan's doghouse, that happened during midseason. He hasn't come out since. And in fact, you look at the roster right now. First-round draft pick Brandon Ayuk, he'll be looking for playing time. Travis Benjamin, Kendrick Bourne, the now healthy Jalen Hurd and Trent Taylor. How does he survive all this? Pettis, honestly, if I had to make a bet on it, he's going to be on another team. I suspect the 49ers are trying to trade him right now. You already know, no matter what, he can't make this team. We're not cutting somebody that's really good because Dante's a second-round pick. Solomon T, the first-round draft choice in 2017, has earned a spot on the team's roster up until now. Unfortunately, though, wait, let me hear me out here. Unfortunately for Solly T, he may end up being a victim of circumstance because he's now, he's not a bad ball player. It's not that bad, but he's not in a group that also contains some serious defensive stars. And he's yet to play up to their level because he is an NFL caliber lineman. And the 49ers probably should seek to try to see if they can get a 6th-round, 5th-round pick for him or something. But they got to wait till after preseason's over to see if he's going to compete and win a job or not. So we're going to make you able to see. And are we back? Okay. He's an NFL caliber lineman, as I said. Could make most rosters, but he's in danger of being tagged a first-round flop if things don't improve for him quickly. Remember just a few weeks ago. I didn't see what was coming there, but John Lynch had already suggested Thomas's role might be expanded. Remember that? That was before Lynch and the 49ers spent their first pick on the draft on Javon Kinlaw. Now, see, that means even though John said that, he had to back of his mind, if I can't get what I want in the draft, I'm going to expand his role. Now, if Javon Kinlaw comes in and flops, which I can't imagine that, especially he's going to flop lower level than I don't want to call Solomon T a flop, but I do know that if Javon outplays, that makes that easier, doesn't it? Now, the 49ers front office has started to show its hand by, of course, already declining his 5th-year option. So could be the team hangs on to Thomas for rotational depth. Maybe, but Kinlaw's arrival may prove to be catalyst that probably ends Thomas's career with the 49ers. So he's on the list. C.J. Beathard comes into the picture. C.J. is everybody loves C.J. You like C.J. Come on, but it's becoming hard to sell that argument. Should he be kept on the roster for another season? Other than his time in the practice field, Beathard isn't much involved in 49ers week-to-week successes, and with many NFL teams running with just 2 quarterbacks. The 49ers are running with 3. That's not feasible anymore, especially with the situation the 49ers got right now. Concerning roster spots, we got a lot of talent. You keeping 3 quarterbacks it doesn't make sense at this point. Nick Mullins is clearly going to be the starting backup. In fact, Jimmy has to keep looking over his shoulder for him. Anyway, that spot that Beathard has been holding down is now a valuable roster spot that may be otherwise freed up to add. Could be an extra DB or wide receiver. It just doesn't make any sense. So I can't imagine. To make matters even worse for Beathard, the 49ers went and signed UDFA Brock Rudder. What if Rudder comes in and looks good? Because they think he's got potential for development as well. If Shanahan insists on keeping 3 quarterbacks, Rudder does well in the preseason. That's probably it for CJ, unless CJ outplays him in the preseason. But CJ does struggle with that kind of thing. And then here's a name that'll fool you though. Trent Taylor. I got to go along with others now. I didn't see it, but I just realized it because I keep looking at the roster and keep looking at it and looking at it. The idea of cutting Taylor, it's not so far-fetched to me anymore. He ranks the 49ers wide. I tell you, it's becoming less and less possible when you look at the reason to keep him. he's able to keep. If he gets hurt again, that's all it's going to take, though. But he's only got 69 receptions for 649 yards and 3 TDs in his 3 years with the 49ers. John even was said he echoed one thing that you can't forget. He's out there using terms like your value has a lot to do with your availability, right? So despite being an electrified player with an apparent on-field chemistry with Jimmy G that we've seen, that's Jimmy's safety net. Goodwin's already gone. That was his other net. So, yeah. I as I look down, he's unlikely. The 49ers probably won't give up on Jalen Hurd, he's not going anywhere. The 49ers not going to give up Jalen Hurd. It's big, strong. If he could just go, the 49ers know they got something in him. Hurd and Taylor now reporting, though, healthy, and perhaps those issues are behind both of them. We can hope that that's the case. But another extended stretch of inactivity for Taylor is going to probably make him a candidate for what could have been. I don't want to see him on that list, though. I want Taylor to make the team, actually. Richie James Jr., unlike Trent Taylor, has been healthy during his time with the 49ers the whole time. The 49ers, you would have thought that with Taylor out that they would have employed Richie in more different fashion. The rumor going around amongst our conversations was that is Richie struggling with the playbook. That was never confirmed by anybody in Santa Clara, so I don't really know why Richie didn't play any more than he did in the slot. It's just a really strange thing. So James is fast and has shown moments of brilliance on the field. He's at least capable return man on special teams, but his involvement in the passing offense seriously waned during last season. And being adequate as a kicker returner probably isn't enough to hold you down a spot. We got plenty of guys who can do that. A lot of people pointed that out. It says, Richie James could be our kick returner. But probably we don't need a kick returner. I mean, that's a spot. Because you know what? Spots are now on this roster are now a premium. You really gotta have something to make that roster. We're talking about a Super Bowl contender that if they get back there again, they're probably gonna take and beat whoever's in there to death next time they see them. And that's probably gonna be within the next year or so. Could be for the next 2 or 3 years, the 49ers are contending for a Super Bowl. So if you're not one of the people that are gonna participate in that effort, if you're just there for standby, it's like putting Dante Johnson on the roster. For what? These guys are just, their time with San Francisco, we don't need that kind of player anymore. Unless somebody really gets hurt and you're on speed dial, we'll call you up if you're at home doing nothing else. But this is going to be tough to make this roster this year. A lot of teams, it's going to be really interesting to see. But anyway, who are your people that you're thinking you're going to lose this year? Veterans mostly. This is pretty much all we can talk about anyways, veterans. Because but let me get Dre up in here. Dre! Dre.
Yeah, you had me muted, bro.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, you know how we do. We unmute you as soon as we get it clear. Dre, the subject matter tonight is there's going to be about 6 to 10, already 2 veterans gone. Dre, give me a few who you know are leaving.
I mean, we can't necessarily say like there's no such thing as no. Like I'm not the Almighty God, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not going to.
Well, no, yeah. So you got some feedback going on there. Is that a speaker?
Yeah, nah, it's the television, bro. Let me go out. Let me go somewhere else. For a quick second, bro.
All right.
If I could guess, I would say that Dante Pettis is gone.
I know he's easy.
I think people need to get over that. Well, he invested so much. Like it doesn't matter where he was picked. If he's not working out, there's no reason for him to be here. Yeah, there's no reason for him to be here. You know what I'm saying? I've actually watched Grant Cole make a case as to why Kendrick Bourne was going to get cut this year. I cannot make this shit up. So, you never know. You never know, especially with whatever wacky tobacco people are smoking out there. But I think I think Dante Pettis is one of those guys that he's just expected to keep on being given chances because he's a guy that Kyle Shanahan drafted really high and thinks high of him. But Kyle needs to get over that Joe Williams type stuff, man. Like, it's not going to work out. Like, he's not working out. This is not the team for him. Like, get over your fucking self. And, you know, move on from this guy because he's not worth to take up a spot. I would rather have Juwan Jennings taking up a spot. I would rather have a veteran like Travis Benjamin taking up a spot than, you know, other than Dante Pettis. So I just think that
because they have drive,
guys,
Dre. They have drive, and even Kyle recognized Dante's lack of interest in drive. You can't play in the NFL with that kind of mindset. You know, that's
right.
If he brings that back,
so,
that's it.
I think he's possible. I think that if anybody, he should be one of those guys that are not on the squad coming up this year. You know what I mean? I just don't see. I don't. He doesn't even make you believe that he wants to be a 49er. He doesn't even make you want to believe that he wants to play football. Like you know, it's about cookies and cats and
and I have plenty of things to do in my life. You know, well, go do them because you know.
Go do that. You know, don't string us along. You know? Everybody else is working super hard. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Jared Maiden, he posted a video yesterday and this morning of him training. So like, you got undrafted free agents, bro, who are out there working your ass off.
That's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah, bro, I don't get it. Even DJ Jones said that just because I'm not posting videos doesn't mean that I'm not getting it in. So, you know what I'm saying? At least make it known that if you're working,
you know,
Dante. Like,
because straight posting videos is the fashion now. You know, you ain't posting no videos. What you doing?
Right. Right. Yeah. You know, I mean, and it's also a good way to engage. To engage with the fans and also to show your coaches, like, man, I'm not just talking. Like, I'm really out here getting it in and training to be better. You know, so you know, that would be my guy on offense. I would have to say Dante Pettis. On defense, it's a little bit harder. That's a tough one on defense, man. I really can't. You know.
Okay, let me ask you immediately. Let me ask you right quick though. What are you going to do with Jason Verrett? I know what he was in 2015. It's 5 years later. Do you really think Jason should be taking up a roster spot? Because if you cut the wrong person and you keep Jason Verrett, somebody would need an ass whooping.
Okay, let's say this. We signed Dante Johnson, so Dante Johnson's going to be the guy who gets cut. He's going to be the guy who gets cut. He's going to be that guy. They obviously seen something in Jason Verrett. For them to re-sign him.
Yeah.
I think that he was rushed back. You could tell, man, he was not ready to go in the game. Like they literally rushed him back to get him back on the field and see what they can get out of him. So I feel like he definitely deserves that chance because he's shown that he can be an elite player. And I think he only got like $1 million or something like that. It wasn't a big contract, so you know why not give him a chance? I know that he wants to play. I know that he wants to be here more than Dante Pettis. I know that.
Sure. That's Dre. Do you remember the circumstances of why he came into the game against the Steelers? Did somebody get hurt that game?
Spoon went down.
Who? Spoon. That's right.
Spoon went down.
Okay.
Went down. And they put him in, and he got torched 2 plays in a row, and they took him out, and then E-Man came in, and we saw what we were working with.
Yep.
So yeah, man. But Dante Pettis, if anybody, man, he's just that guy that I'm so tired. I'm just tired of him. Too soft, man. You know, you blocking people on Twitter. You know what I'm saying? Shit, he even blocked me. I asked him.
Did he really?
You know, I was like, hey, I said, do you really want to play football? Like, are you training right now? And he blocked me. So, you know, that just shows.
Dante, that story is the same. Dante will hear one sentence and put the B out on you. Boy, that's what.
No, it's like an honest question, bro. Like, are you training right now? Like, come on. I seen somebody ask George, is he training? And then he posted a video of himself training. Like, come on, bro. Like, you posted about anything else. Like, just show us, bro. Like, are you attempting to get better? Are you attempting to make yourself better? Like, what are you doing, bro?
That's how you handle that. Post it up there.
Yeah, I just think that if he's on this team, man, he's robbing somebody like a Chris Finke or a Juwan Jennings, of a spot. You know, some guys just gonna be hungry to play. I don't want that guy on the 49ers. I really don't. I just don't, man.
Dre, you ought to see
If
all the
anybody,
names in the chat right now that are on the same list with you amongst Dante's casualties.
yeah,
Dante
yeah,
be
Dante Pettis,
blocking.
both Dante Pettis and Dante Johnson. We see him every day somehow, some way. They end up on the squad. They don't, get him out of here, man. Get him out of here. Get him out of here.
Well, Johnson is another story, though. See, Johnson is like, he ain't going to make the team, but he'll be on standby. They'll call him up as soon as they need him.
Right. Yeah, man, he's one of those guys who had all of the measurables and the intangibles and just was never able to put it on the field consistently. That's all. Like his body type, his size and his speed, like he had everything that we look for in a cornerback in this league, but he was just never able to put together the film consistently. Yeah. He'd have one good game, and he'd have a pick six, and then he'd get torched for 3 weeks, and then he'd have a subpar game, and he'd get torched, and then he'd have a horrible game, and then he'd have a good game. So he was just one of those guys who were super inconsistent. So, but at least I could say with Dante Johnson, it's not him lacking the drive and the will to want to be better. It's not that.
He just can't do it.
He's not going to get on the field 100% at all times. It's not that. So he deserves a spot more than Dante Pettis. Yeah, I just want Pettis going. I want Pettis going.
He's probably on top of Kyle's list too, because Kyle's going to be watching him like a hawk. He's only going to have to see one or two things, and he'll have that final conversation with Dante. Dante, you know how many guys want to make this team? You know how many guys want to be a 49er and go on with us in the future? This is why I'm telling you today, that's it. I'm going to relieve you of any more responsibility and pressures.
He already said that. Don't you believe that Kyle has already said that for the last 2 years?
Probably threatened him, right? He keeps giving him a chance.
There's no way in hell that Kyle ain't said, like, bro, you got to get me. There's no way, bro. Like, he said that. We've already seen what we're going to get from Dante, bro. It's just not. It's not there, man. He's sweeter than Betty Crocker syrup on them pancakes, bro.
And Kyle does have a temper on him. You know, it's really funny because I thought Kyle was kind of an even-tempered, cool guy. No, if you piss him off, and Kendrick will tell you,
right?
Kendrick got cussed out for coming in late. What we see.
Hey, yeah, I remember that. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So anyway.
Then again, look at what Kendrick's doing every day.
Right. Kendrick took it and worked with it.
He put in that work. Exactly.
We got to go, though, fam. Dre, I'm going to see you in a couple of days.
All
right. Looking for you.
Yeah,
Good
man.
stuff.
Man, Big Show, J. Fresh Russo, J. Lewis, Play Potter Will, man, all the guys, man. Yeah, man, Dante Pettis, you just got to go, man. You SOF capital T salt. SOF capital T salt. I'm about to say, man. I'll holler at you, Ronbo.
All right, fam. Night. Yes. J1.
What's up, Ronbo?
J1, we just look at tonight. We look at the veterans. The veterans we're going to have to say goodbye to. You know, because these guys been they've been ornaments of the 49ers for years. At 3 years, 3 years is probably considered a veteran, and we have a few. As I said, I mentioned Matty B and Marquis Goodwin. We all knew they were going to probably be traded or cut at the end of the before season started. But there's some other names on the list that are probably going to be saying goodbye too. Who do you have in mind? Are any surprises or anything like that leaving off this from the veteran roster?
If everybody paying out, I think it's going to be Dante. You know what I'm saying? I just
first spot.
Man, you can't be soft in the gladiator sport, man. I'm sorry.
It's the gospel truth.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And even though he's playing a receiver, you still got to be a dog out there. You know what I'm saying? T.O. was a dog. Jerry Rice was a dog. You know what I mean? Antoine Bolden was a dog. This man got hit.
Garcon.
Played the next week with a broken jaw. You know what I mean? Yeah, Debo Samuel. You know what I'm saying? We can't have people out there making cupcakes and playing with kiddies, man. You know what I'm saying? This is football.
And getting mad because people ask you about where you work out, Russ, that dog? And he blocked him.
I mean, you can't be sensitive, man. Yeah, you in the limelight. They gonna talk bad about you. You gotta just put that in the back of your mind. You're an athlete. Every athlete goes through that. If you playing bad, they gonna dog you. If you playing good, they gonna praise you.
Right?
You know what I'm saying?
And
So
Jay,
you
if I
got that's
ask
part
you,
of the job.
and Jay, if I ask you where's your workout roster or workout video, why are you gonna get mad? What are you getting mad about?
Exactly. You should have been putting. Yeah, exactly. You got KD putting out videos. You got Debo. You got George Kittle, and you want to play on the 49ers, and these cats are showing that they getting ready for the season. They got the COVID-19 going on. They still out there working their ass off just in case the season does start. They can go out there and ball out. This man out here making cupcakes. What are you doing, bro?
And
You
Jay,
need to be cut automatically.
And Jay, if nothing else, if I get that note on my Twitter, I just respond with, you know what? I'm working on it right now. Go blow your mind. Stand by.
Exactly,
Stay tuned.
Ronbo.
I gotta get mad and block
why you acting all sensitive?
Right? It's like ready to say,
get it.
what is with the sensitivity? What
Exactly.
is it?
You play one of the grueling sport. You know what I'm saying? In pretty much in the mankind, and you can't be that soft, man. You got to go.
Not in this game.
You know what I'm saying?
Jay,
You know, I
got a feeling.
think.
I got a feeling Dante's going to quit. You know, I get that feeling. You know what I'm saying? He's going to come in and tell, hey, coach, you know what? I'm not going to continue to waste anybody's time. I just wonder if you're in breach of contract, if you do quit, what happens? Do you forfeit and before we cut you, or do you lose benefits? I wonder how that works. Anyway, anybody in chat that knows about that legalese, fill me in on that. If he comes in and quits, which I have a sneaking feeling that Dante's finally going to say, I've had enough.
Yeah, I think he got to pay some of that salary back. I mean, you know what I'm saying? If he said he quit, then he probably has to pay the salary back. If he just said I retired, I think he still has to pay.
He's responsible for. Oh, Jay, you know what he does? He comes in, he continues to look like he's been looking. He gets cut. Now let's keep an eye on him when the season starts. He comes in, he plays like you know what, and he gets asked to leave. And he's smiling on the way out the door if that happens.
Correct.
I see it.
He wins. He don't really want to play football. And last year he did not want to play football. How you come back dropping passes? Bro, this is your professional. You got to come out there. You got man coming to take your jobs. You got undrafted free agents. You got rookies get drafted. They coming to take your job. So
every
you know
year.
what I'm saying? If you ain't going to do it, somebody else is going to do it. So you got to go out there and ball out. That's what I understand. I mean, if I was Kyle Shanahan, if he can't play receiver, I will put him in kickoff and punt return just to see how he pans out. If he doesn't do that, then because he did that at Washington, you know what I'm saying, in college. If he can't do that, then you got to go. That's just that simple. You know what I'm saying? Because we just drafted a rookie. We got some rookies on the squad. We got, KB. We got, everybody knows who's on the squad, so I don't have to mention names. But, he just, I don't know. I don't get the dude. He just soft. You know what I'm saying? And we can't have soft players on the team.
Yeah, he's gonna have to be a soft somewhere else. And unless he comes in with a real attitude, which I can't imagine. You know what though, Jay? People have been coming at him on Twitter. He's got a block party going on every day. He may come in mad as hell. But I would bet against it. So we'll see. But Jay, we're gonna go. Let me see you. We'll probably see you Thursday. All right.
All right, Ronbo.
All right,
It was always good. Pleasure talking to you, brother.
Yeah, love it.
You have a good night, man.
You too, fam. Yeah, we got fixated on Dante, didn't we? I was thinking about some other players, but everybody, I guess Dante, he has made a lot of enemies with his blocks, boy. Hey, James, I don't believe he's blocked James, though. James doesn't use Twitter.
Hey, what's up, Ronbo?
James, good to hear from you again. Been heard from you in a few days. I'm wondering which veterans are going to finally give way to the new youngsters coming in. It's a whole new breed of ball player now. We don't have people sitting on the bench that if we call your name, you can't help us. So if you are on that list, you got to go. Doesn't matter how long you've been with the team. So that's why Dante Pettis seems to be the favorite of the most useless football players in Santa Clara right now. Is there anybody else though besides Dante? You can go on to Dante if you want to, because everybody. Hey, what do you think, James?
Well, listen. First and foremost, thank you once again for what you do.
Yeah,
the platform you provide, and I hope everyone's safe and going with the guidelines and trying to live to see another day is healthy. That's the most important thing. And thank God if he woke you up today.
Yes.
And we're here. And I will say this much. The other two callers, they hit it on the head. Dante's on the top of that list. But I tell you what, it's a toss-up, it's a flip of a coin. If a team comes along and say, look, we'll throw you in a whole little 6-piece Gatorade cooler for the guys on the field on a little trailer and a little John Deere lawnmower that you can switch it out and put a backhoe set up on the back of it for CJ.
That's a nice piece of equipment.
And Dante's going to be in that boat. He's gone, man. There's no way him. And I'm going to tell you the truth. I really do believe and think that Travis Benjamin may only be a camp body. Because this guy couldn't really catch no balls when you look at the tape on him.
That's what I heard.
He's like another Marquis Goodwin, like that last end of Marquis Goodwin's playing time when he was wide open and balls are hitting him in numbers, and then he's like closing his hands after the ball unbounced off of his chest. He's not somebody that I think he's just there to be a camp body. Now, if you ask me, I do believe that out of all the veterans, I do believe that the safest one to me may actually be Jason Verrett, because John Lynch has proven you have to give defensive backs when they're injured. You got to give them time to heal because they play such a very violent part of the game on the defense, and they're constantly running. They tear their bodies up, but it takes time for them to learn to finally get it, how to take care of their health and still be available and able to play in games. And look at what happened with Jimmy Ward. So
true.
If you ask me, that's who I think would be the absolute safest, because why? John Lynch was a defensive back that won 3 Super Bowls with 2 different teams. So, he knows about that position and, players. And I guess he can look what he did. I mean, come on, man. Everybody was on that bandwagon. We were saying this almost 2 years at the start of last year this time. Man, I hope they go ahead and move on from Jimmy Ward. And I was one of them saying that. Okay, because
just about everybody was.
Yeah, I was. But look what happened.
Yeah.
And he shows up and plays in the Super Bowl, and I'm gonna leave that right there about playing in the Super Bowl. But, but at the end of the day, he did stay healthy for 18 games, and we had never seen that from him since he had been in the 49ers.
I think he had one season, but we didn't go to the playoffs though.
No, we didn't. We didn't make it. We were actually one of them teams that weren't even in the mix to go to the playoffs. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think it's 2015.
Actually, we were
2016. When was the high speed
Kaepernick
offense?
was still there.
Yeah, who was the coach of the high speed offense again?
For us,
he's at UCLA now. He came from the Eagles. I don't know why.
Chip Kelly.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chip Kelly.
Yeah, that was his last year of a full season. Yeah, that was strange.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and he was the one. Chip was the one who drafted Eric Armstead and DeForest Buckner.
Yeah, actually. Well, Trent takes
Yeah.
full credit
No,
for that.
No. I mean, he was he was still under that.
Jimmy T got Eric Armstead.
One of them. I was about to say that one of them got Jimmy T got Armstead, and then Chip Kelly drafted DeForest. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that's and then because I'm gonna tell you that secondary situation we got right now, I think they are believing too, though. One of the ways that we can shore up that defense a whole lot better, I do believe, would be to have Tavarius Moore start in the strong safety position, because with him playing strong safety, that means if anybody tries to go deep over Sherman, he would be playing in front of Sherman on plays that it looks like it's possibly a pass coming or it's a pass play that they're seeing. And this way, quarterbacks are not going to really try Sherman underneath, probably from the line of scrimmage to, I'd say, within that 15-yard range. Somewhere along there. So now, if they try to throw deep on him, which is starting to show up, that he can beat this guy, showed up in the Super Bowl and a few other games in the playoffs, but with Moore playing over the top of him, that takes away that deep threat. That erases it. And then Jimmy Ward is still on the back end, who is the free safety that should be, can still cover the whole field. And I think that would actually give us a better
chance. Situation back there deep. Yeah, because if Sherman's going to be back there, he's going to have to do something different than he did last year for sure.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And yeah, man, and the speed with Tavarius Moore, that would be a big plus. But I know you got to roll it. Thank you for what you're doing.
Thanks.
Niner Empire, Niner for life. Stay safe, be blessed, and just do your best, everyone. And let's hope we're going to get some football this year.
Even unfortunately, it's going to probably be without fans, but it'll still be happening from our side. You can't stop the NFL. So yeah, all right.
Nah. All right, man. Be blessed. Have a great evening. Thank you for all that you do, man.
Good, James. I'm glad to hear good things are happening out in New Jersey as far as that flattening out that curve. So looking forward to hearing from you.
It's starting to flatten out a little bit. We just still got to be careful, and that's just pray.
That's it.
All right. Thank you, Ronbo.
Thank you, fam. Night, James. Let's go check out IB.
Ronbo, what's going on tonight?
Oh, IB, man. We Monday Night Raw. We getting rid of people, and Dante Pettis is a very popular target, ain't he? He's like a lightning rod for anger,
Yeah, man.
Guys, because the thing is, boy, guys work hard from the time they're in junior high school through high school and college to get to Pop Warner. Some aspirations even start then with some kids, and he gets all the way to the big show, and he ain't driven. Yeah. What? WTF, Dante?
Pettis was playing baseball with his dad and all that. He was living the dream his whole life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Guys that know how to train and what it takes to be a star. His dad was a star.
Let me see though. Let me see though, Ronbo. I'm gonna name off a couple names. Let me see if you can count how many names I named for you, right?
All right. I'll keep a list.
We got Dante Pettis. We got Trent Taylor. We got Jalen Hurd. We got Richie James. We got Akella Witherspoon. We got Solomon Thomas.
Witherspoon.
We got
that's interesting. Go ahead.
We got Jason Verrett. How many names is that? That's like what?
That's about 6 or 7.
That's like, man, the 7 guys, man. This is a make or break season for them, man. And some of them might not even make the team this year, bro.
Do you know what's interesting about your choices, though? Because it is estimated between 7 to 10 players, 10 veterans could be leaving, and you just Akella is very interesting.
But this is the thing: a good majority of those players didn't play the field last year, so we're not missing them. we're releasing them off of the contracts, and we're implementing these new players. You know what I'm saying? Some of them other guys, they got to step up. I forgot C.J. Beathard. That's another one. And this is no disrespect to the core of the team. I mean, but like I said, those was like 4 receivers that did not have an impact on our offense, except for Richie James. But I don't see what everybody else is seeing when they say we think he's a good receiver. I think he's small, and I don't think he plays the slot better than Bourne. You know what I'm saying?
I agree with that.
I don't see where he really fits in. I think if Trent Taylor comes in, he fits it better because he knows the system. But this kid Finke, he's built for the system.
I'd be another good shot. If you have to compare Finke, and we haven't seen Finke on the field yet with the pros.
I like Jennings. Jennings is perfect.
But I'm just saying, if you have to compare Finke to Richie, I think there's a problem there. I'm not getting rid of Finke.
Yeah.
Oh, I think
it's more potential.
Yeah.
To me, it's more potential. And don't sleep on the fullback kid from Fresno. Man, he's a Fresno kid. He's got good range, good speed, and he fits the system. Wow. How many times can you get somebody identical to Juice?
I know.
We don't. A lot of us, we thought Juice was overhyped at first, and at first his contract was a little bit pricey. Mm-hmm. But the kid is bent for the system.
He may be underpaid.
Well, I don't know.
Juice does a lot
it depends
of
on how these. Yeah, last year he proved it. He really proved his liability to the team, and but I think Hockett and Jennings feel a little bit of support for Dwelly, because where we needed Dwelly at the end of the season and towards the playoffs, we didn't really see him. And you miss those guys when you see them early off. That's why we're so upset with Dante, because we've seen them before. And another player that I forgot to mention is McKinnon. I love the potential of having McKinnon, but he's on the block, bro. If we didn't do it, you know what I'm saying? It's the game. It's what we go through, But
he's got to perform,
knows, man. It's just
there's no room here. Yep. You can't be marginal.
There's a lot of room for these new guys, that's for sure. We don't think so because of who we already got. But if we alleviate the sore spots, man, we got a team that we can build on. Then we got a lot more young guys. We got some more fresh legs that we can rotate. And that's what we need, man. Injuries have been killing us, man. I truly believe this is going to be Garoppolo's best season. I truly believe so, because he's got too much support around him. He's got too much change, and everything is just falling right, man. For us to get Trent Williams right here like this, it's our time, bro. It really is to me, these two running backs that we don't know what to do.
Right, that's what's getting ready to do. I want to ask you this, though. I just want to ask you this, though, because the thing is, TC, Kyle, for some reason, wanted to make him the workhorse last year, but it never did work out, because Kyle would start almost every game with TC, and he'd give way to Mostert at some point.
First game, I think, right? Wasn't it the first game he got hurt?
TC? Did he get hurt in the first game?
Yeah. Because we missed him for like a couple weeks.
I thought that was later on in the season. He pulled his shoulder out.
No. His ankle. He started off with the sore ankle. And
I think I do remember that now. But the thing is,
the first game.
But TC, did Matty B get a fair shot with Kyle? And I'm talking about right from the beginning of the season. Why
did TC? Business.
Yeah.
It's a business, and Kyle has a reputation. He's getting a lot of shots at his reputation right now, and he's got to prove that it's cutthroat. You know, as same as the business, the coaches got to be cutthroat too, and you got to make brash decisions sometimes. You know what I'm saying?
And he did right during the game. We're out of time though. Let's pick this up in the next couple of days or the next session. Okay, good stuff.
I'll be waiting for you, Ronbo. I
love the
appreciate it.
names you put on the list though. I gotta amplify that a minute. All right.
It just keeps going and going. Hey, y'all have a good night, man.
You too, fam. Yeah.
All right.
Akello. Gotta tell you, what if DeMarcus Acey lights it up? That boy's got a lot of fire in him. We'll see. Because he did a lot of things really well on his film. Doesn't always translate to the NFL. But let's see what he looks like. Because Akello's probably going to be on a short leash, I would imagine. I've got a feeling he's going to bring it this season. He's got all the tools. He's got all the skills. You just got to keep your mind in the right place to continue to progress, right? Hey, here's Mel.
Bang, bang. You know what time it is when you hear that bang, bang. Ronbo.
Mel, man, I'm looking at some of the names we've gotten used to down through the years, and I just realized everybody can't stay. You know, just like in that interview I did the other day with Eric, Eric said they brought in somebody to replace me each and every year, and he was a Pro Bowler. So, you know, you win a job as a professional football player, you won the job for this year. Now, when they get through the draft and free agency, you need to keep an eye on the wire and watch the draft that night because whoever just got drafted, they're coming to get you. So, therefore, ain't no names that are sacred except for a few. But, you know, Akello I'm looking at in the secondary, and you look at as I mentioned, Verrett, and the running back room that's good. What do you think, Mel?
I think it's just really going to be an echo of what a few of the brothers already said. The names that we all think about, man, is pretty much unanimous. Solomon Thomas, I think we kind of gave Solomon a tough time. We expected more. We expected it earlier. I don't think we took into account some of the personal things going on in his life at the time. But you know, when you compare Solomon T and the crazy things that he had to go through in his personal life, and you compare him to number 11, who's now in Philadelphia, I think we can appreciate him more in that light because. You know, God bless Marquis. I love Marquis, man. Thank you for what you've done. But Marquis was very frustrating, bro. Very, very frustrating. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you ain't coming, if you're not, you know, coming to the stadium, come on. What does that matter? Solomon T. What Solomon T. lost his brother, correct?
Sister.
He lost his sister, in a very, very tragic way. But the dude came to work. He came and showed up to work, man, and Can you guys imagine if you lost your sibling, one of your siblings, would you show up to your job? And if you do show up to your job, are you going to be 100%? So Solomon T, this is a make or break year for him, but I don't think we've taken everything into account. So I think we have to. This is the year. So if he doesn't handle his business this year, then you know I think all of that was warranted. But I think we've been kind of tough on him because we expect everybody to be a Nick Bosa or Patrick Willis, where these guys come in their first year, they're all pros. I mean, the reason why we celebrate those guys so greatly is because that's a very rare thing. Though we've kind of grown to expect that from every single draft pick, especially if it's a first-round draft pick. They have to come in and make an immediate impact, and if they don't, it's like, oh, you're a bust. But
we need to stop that. Not after the first year. We do that a lot.
Yeah,
you're right.
Yeah, I think Solomon T is going to ball out this year, and you know, you already know how I feel about Pettis. Get him out of here. I don't want him.
Hey, when Mel gives up on a player, it's over. Because Mel usually finds an angle to appreciate somebody. That's it. It's done.
No doubt. And that comes from men like I played the game, so I do kind of understand. You know, a lot of the things that go along with it, and I do try to I try to taper and manage my expectations of guys. But yeah, Dante Pettis, get him out of here. And I didn't give up on Dante because of his ability. I don't like Dante's mentality, and that's something that you can't teach. You cannot teach somebody to have a killer instinct. If you could, LeBron James would unanimously be the single best basketball player of all time. But you can't teach that. You can't
that's
put
an argument there,
Michael
boy. I tell you.
Jordan or Kobe. You can't put Kobe's killer instinct. You can't give LeBron the Mamba mentality. You can't. That's not something that you can give, teach, or provide for somebody. You can't do it. They have to just have it. It's innate. And if you don't have it, you just don't have it. And Dante, it hurts because I've shared so many times. His ability is crazy.
Yes.
Again, at one point you had Jerry Rice looking at Dante Pettis like, oh, yeah, this is the next guy up, man. Yeah, this guy's the real deal. And for him to have that ability to turn the GOAT's head and turn into what he's turned into, you know, licking himself and baking cookies, like, come on, bro. Get him out of here. I don't want that because that can be contagious, too. I don't want somebody who's content.
Can you imagine?
Off the bench.
Mel, that is not contagious. But I wonder how the rest of his team. George Kittle toys with him. They don't take Dante serious. He don't take himself serious.
No, when I say it's contagious, I don't mean that guys who have the it factor are going to catch it. I'm talking about the guys who are like, you know.
Oh, kids just coming in.
Toeing the line. Guys who are toeing the line. That's most definitely contagious. I played with guys like that too. And
you know,
it's
I
also
did too.
Contagious guys who have the killer instinct.
But I remember them as being the guys that nobody took serious. You know, put him in there. Hey,
right.
Put Cisco in. Dude don't want to play anyway. Put him in there, coach. You know, it was that kind of thing. Because you could feel that they weren't intense. You could feel if you need somebody to have your back, please don't be him. You know, that dude.
Right.
Yeah. See?
I played with a guy like that in college, Ronbo. They moved me to slot my sophomore year from running back. And this guy came in, and he was a slot. He was actually one of the slots that my coach had recruited. I didn't my sophomore year, that coach didn't recruit me. I was there when he got there. Phil Longo, as a matter of fact. I ran Phil Longo's offense. So, he was at, Mississippi, and then he went to a bunch of places, man. But, look up Phil Longo's air assault offense. That's the offense I played in. But the guy he recruited, I'm not going to say his name, but we called him the Galloping Gazelle because he hated going across the middle. And he used to, kind of gallop. And it's like, bro, when you play the slot, 95% of your routes are across the middle. Why are you scared?
Why'd you sign up for this?
Happen?
Right? Yeah.
Right. Bro, he's going to take your head off anyway. You might as well catch the ball. But not everybody has that mentality, and that's kind of where I learned up close. That you can't teach that.
You know, and in fact, you're going to get that kid hurt if you insist on putting him out there. Mel, we ran out of time.
Oh, no doubt.
Let me get back to you in a couple of days, fam. And get on back in here.
All right. I'll catch you in a couple of days. Can I say one more thing? Can you imagine guys with attitudes like Kinlaw being on the same field and in the same huddle as guys like Quan Alexander, where you have Quan winding this guy up, and then Kinlaw with his bad attitude getting wound up. It's going to be electric, man. It's going to be nuclear even, I'm telling you.
Yes.
This is about to be something crazy, bro. Somebody's going to die out there on this field, man. We out here about to kill something.
All right, Mel.
Yep.
We'll talk to you in a minute, fam.
Starting
Good
defense. Seat at the table, like Latimer on the program. My man. All right, Ronbo.
Night, Mel.
See you later, bro.
Looking forward. All right.
Yes, sir.
And I get over to the night you love to hate. 5'10", checking in. What's up, fam? This is Dante Pettis as a sophomore slump, which most second-year players have. Everyone gave up on. AA and JW, calm the TF down. He'll be fine, sincerely. TNYLTH. I tell you, fam, we all want to see it. We really do. We'll have to wait and see. We got another one here? Oh, Red Zone Faithful up here. Hey, he says, what's up? Today's my 37th birthday. Can I get some love? Yes, of course you can. Let me sip. What did Snoop Dogg say? Gin and juice. No, I'm not it's just gin, no juice. Happy, happy, happy 49ers birthday to the Red Zone faithful. Happy Niners birthday, Red Zone faithful. Happy Niners. Birthday, Red Zone faithful. Red Zone, man, have a good birthday, man. And make yourself crazy. Birthdays come once a year. Don't just do nothing. Hey, there he is, Shaleo.
Ronbo.
Shaleo, as you know, tonight we're targeting and picking out, and we're just basically deleting some of the players that we know have reached their ceiling with the 49ers and are not going to do any better and going to help us toward getting to the Super Bowl. It could be a detriment, actually, to the team's health. Shaleo, I know you've got some bodies you want to get out of here. You mentioned before. But they got to be veterans. Who are the vet surprises that you think might be leaving? Shaleo, give me some. Here it comes.
Oh, before we talk about 49er football, I just wanted to mention he's got a
red rifle.
He's actually a red rifle.
That's it.
And he's a starter for Dallas.
Yes.
He's
there's no Dak. Yes.
How about them Cowgirls? How about them Lambs? How about them Seacocks? And last but not least, how about them Oakland, Las Vegas, Raider Jones? I can't stop talking about that trash team moving all places.
Hey, they got an edge rusher over there that I got into an argument with today on Twitter. What's that guy's name? Something COX or I forget it. Anyway, I'm sitting there talking about Nick. And the dude comes in, well, the Raiders. Hey, somebody gets me up with that. Who was that Raider player that came off the edge and did a good job last year? Anyway, he's better than Bosa with less talent around him. Dude, you know what? That is the only reason why he is doing better, because he's the only one out there. Farrell is average, and the rest of your defensive line is pedestrian. So if you got one guy doing all the work, well, heck, that's why I did all the work. Man, we argued, got into name calling. It's okay. I won. Cleveland Farrell was a joke to be picked in the first place. So the Raiders still suck. Raiders. I'm glad you brought that up.
Yeah, they suck.
Max, that's him. Max Crosby. He's a good player, but he ain't all,
Brag about Carr. Funny.
Anyway.
And the oh my goodness. They get all the money to him.
But Shaleo, your speaker broke. I mean, your mic broke up. But Shaleo, who have you had enough of, as far as the veterans go, that you're pretty much going to put out to pasture this year?
Who I had gotten enough of, you said?
Of our veteran players. I mean, Dante Pettis is the fan favorite tonight. To say goodbye.
Oh, yeah, that's number one. That's the number one guy on my list. And number two is Mr. Grab-Ass, Solly T. Okay? These two, I mean, one is coloring his hair. We talked about this. He likes to color his hair. I'm going to pick on this guy like Stephen A. picks on Jimmy, because Stephen A. is actually picking on Jimmy so he could do better.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pick on just like that. You know, this guy goes to Color Me Mine. You know, he's making cookies. He's not working out. He's not doing any of the right things to build himself up a little bit so he doesn't get hurt. He's not doing any of that. He's not lifting weights. I know you have to wear pads. You know, you have to get the football game. But you could do outside of that. You could lift weights and catch a little bit of balls. He doesn't do any of that shit.
Just encourage us by putting up some kind of a video that shows you out there being ready.
Yeah, just a
for
hint
the
of a
season,
video.
Doc.
You're
Even if
lifting.
it's just running routes or something.
You're ready.
Yeah.
None of that.
He gets mad when you ask him. He'll block you on Twitter. There's all kind of people that claim that Dante blocked him. What? Just for asking him a question? What's up with that?
So
He's
you
sensitive.
could tell already, Rumbo. He doesn't want to play football.
Yeah.
I think he got forced into playing. I think his dad was a little bit hard on him. Something must have happened. I think he got forced into playing. I don't think he wants to play. He doesn't.
Well, he's got his last misery. He'll get out of it this year. Kyle's not going to put up with it any longer. So, you know what I want to know though? Here's the thing: Richie James is probably, and not that he's a bad football player, Shalil, but the competition this year, he's got to deal with both Chris Finke, who I think may have a chance to make this team somewhat, and versus Trent Taylor. Both guys can do punt return, and does Richie make this team?
Oh, Richie James, no. No. Punt and quick return, Richie's not good at. No. At receiver, yes. But at kicker, punt return, no way.
At receivers, that's even a bigger danger because Kyle didn't want to play him for what reason last year? I don't know.
That's what I get. I don't understand why I don't think he knows the playbook.
Oh, see, everybody's that got around. But after this length of time, he still doesn't get it?
I don't know, man. But at kick return and punt return, no. Either Ayuk or Travis Benjamin. That's another guy. If he makes the team, probably will do kick return, punt returns. But at receiver, no.
We got plenty of guys.
We got some
DJ Reed can even do punt return. We got plenty of guys to do that. I still don't understand. Dante may be the most. Richie may be the most misunderstood player as far as the fans go on the team. We wonder sometimes why he didn't get more hikes or snaps, but he didn't. And now he's on the edge of elimination. It's kind of one of those unfair things.
I thought he was going to replace. I thought he was going to be one of the guys that was going to replace Goodwin. I actually thought, but knowing he probably maybe is still learning the playbook, I don't think he'll make it now.
I just don't know what goes on in practice. If we could watch practice, we could probably better understand why he's relegated to the jobs that he gets. He doesn't do much. He comes in all of a sudden. He was a spark plug in that game against, was that the Cardinals? Or it was some game he came in. Nobody else was doing anything. Richie James comes in and immediately fires the 49ers offense up, and then he goes and sits down and he's never seen again the rest of the game. You could be right. It could be the playbook. I don't know.
Hold up, wait a minute. Y'all ain't gonna talk about Rich James like this. Y'all ain't gonna do that. Y'all ain't gonna talk about Rich James like this one. Stop that now. That's blasphemy. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Well, tell you what, stay where you are then.
He's a good player.
Hey, look, Ronbo,
he's a very good player.
Real quick. Shalil, I don't mean to cut in on your time. I like your saying, Shalil, but can we do a little remix with it? You don't have the Cardinals in there, so when you say, how about them Cowboys, and then you go on, then you say them Rams, add the Cardinals in there. Add the Cardinals in there.
How about them Seacocks? And finally, how about those?
The Cardinals.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Cardinals, since they're in our division, call them the cards, the play cards. So you play cards. How about them Rams?
Play cards are the Cardinals.
How about them play cards? And then say, how about them Trader Joe Raiders? Okay.
Okay, I'll bet you that. I'll put that in, man.
So you got to work
that in there. Yeah, put that in there.
Add that to the mix.
Call them Cardinals the play cards. There you go. All right.
Play cards. Okay. I'll bet you to put that play cards.
Oh, Shalil. And should I tell you what I'm going to do? I'm going to see you in a couple of days. And good stuff.
Shout out to the Niner Empire. Thank you for the platform, Rumbo. Wash your hands and hit those likes.
There you go.
Thank you.
Thank you, Shalil. And those Raider Joes. Hey, there's John V. John!
Ronbo, my man.
John, we're sitting here. We're cutting the fat tonight, John. You know, there's been a lot of guys that have been riding along on this train, and it's about time they have to get off. John, we don't have any more. We don't have any more room anymore for anybody who just can't come in and contribute. You know, we've gotten to that point. You go through the bulky years, and we had more fat sitting on a bench than a sow that's getting ready to be taken to market, right? And so, you know, it's pretty funny now. It's not like that. If it's not beef, 100% sitting on that bench, it ain't sitting on that bench. It's pretty serious. So.
Oh, Ronbo, ain't that the truth, man? I mean, I've been listening tonight, man. We got, as always, Dante's just getting chewed up, spit out. That guy.
Oh, God.
Oh, man. Shalil's going to have to add Dante Pettis to his opening from now on.
His opening joke list, right?
Oh, man. But, yeah, for sure, Ronbo. I mean, I don't see Pettis sticking around. But IB brought up Akillo, huh?
Yeah, right.
Could he be getting challenged? That stuck with me for a minute. That
lit me up too. Akillo. You know, you if you're like me and everybody else about Akillo, you keep thinking he's going to finally get into the groove, get in stride, and stay in it. He had a few moments last year, and then he regressed in the middle of the season. I've never seen that before. I thought he was on his way.
So did I, Ronbo. That was rare, man. I mean, you are competing for a starting spot, man, and you had it, man.
It was yours to lose.
It slipped away, man. It slipped away. This Verrett
Jason
signing, this thing, Jesus.
Strange,
I mean, are we that desperate at CB right now, Ronbo?
It would appear, but I don't.
Are we afraid and just signing every opportunity? I mean, how did we not lock that down? I mean, I know why we didn't. We had too many opportunities. I get it. We didn't have money, and we did a hell of a draft. But with this Jason signing, I feel like they're worried. They're showing worry.
Yeah, good point, agree? John. That does look like something that's like, well, we're concerned about the depth of this group, so we're going to keep Jason around and see if he can come around. Yeah, because he'd be the first guy cut if we had some people to cover.
Exactly. Maybe that the what's his name, the ACY? How do you pronounce his name? The undrafted.
AC. Yeah. AC? I have high hopes for him too. I don't know. We got to see him in action. It's hard to. He's Jamichael Hasty. He's got a lot of attitude. He's got some skills. Let's see if it translates to the NFL, though. That's where you get your feelings hurt.
Yeah,
and it brings you back down to earth.
I know. That's where we see it. That's where we see it. But all right, Ronbo. Yeah, man. I mean, that's really all I got tonight, man. I think Dante's on the block, man, and IB brought up Akillo. That really woke me up.
Also,
and I couldn't make sense of the signing. So
also, here's a choice. Did you see Chris Finke's film yet?
No, I didn't, but I should, huh?
Yeah, go check it out. Here. And next time we talk, I want to ask you, who's got the most upside, Finke versus James? I didn't think about that till IB brought that. I said, Finke looks like he's like the second coming of Trent Taylor, but he's a little bigger, just a little bigger and a little stronger, it seems.
Yeah, he ran a 4.57.
He's tough. Yeah, and he can run faster than Trent. So if he gets away, he's gone. His quickness, there's a lot of things about him that are really appealing. I still like Richie James. I don't know if I had to make a deal between the two. I got to see Finke play a little more, though. So it's not fair to James.
I got a soft spot for Richie, Ronbo. I got a soft spot.
No, he's a good football player.
I really like that dude. I like him.
But why doesn't Kyle like him? I don't understand.
I don't know. That Kyle is searching for something in a receiver, Ronbo, and he's finding it in a little bit of it in everybody. And I don't know. I hope he's found everything he's looking for in one prospect. I truly do, Ronbo.
Kyle? No, he hasn't. He hasn't. You know what?
Yes.
Here's the
That's
thing. Remember last year when he said, I've made my decision on the receivers we're going to be going forward with. And it came down to Kendrick, Debo, and of course Sanders. And everybody else was pretty much sit the hell down. But why?
Yeah.
Richie
And that's
James,
where they stayed.
yes. How come Richie wasn't?
I don't know, Ronbo. Strange.
Yeah.
Strange.
Remains a mystery.
Kyle's looking for something, man, and I hope he found it this year, Ronbo. I truly do.
No, he likes him a lot. I never seen him get that excited during the draft. You see him at his house? He was big smile, all excited. I never seen him like that. So this must.
I think he knew they took the bait, and I think he knew
the plan
by
worked.
the time we got there. Yeah, it worked. It definitely did. And how many years did he? How long can you pull it off before somebody just calls you out? I mean, it's so.
John, next year, look
clever.
for John and Kyle to make a fool out of about 15 GMs again next year. This is every year now.
I love it. I love it. They are. You guys are falling for it every damn time. It's great. It's great.
Jerry Jones made it fell for it too, John. C.D. Lamb. All right. All right, go ahead, Jerry. You got him. We got Ayuk.
That's so funny.
Oh, God. All
That
right.
was good. That was good, Rombo.
John, hey,
My
let me
pleasure,
see.
my man. Always.
Hey, thanks, fam. See you in a couple of days.
When are you coming back? Thursday?
I think Thursday, yeah.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Have a good night.
Rombo, I'll take a look at Finky. We'll talk about it.
Yes.
Good night, my
check
man.
him out.
Take care.
You see him film, as delighted as I was. All right. Night, John.
I will. I appreciate you. Good night, brother.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
fam. Yeah. That's the two intriguing names tonight, because Dante's on everybody's list. But Spoon and Richie James being compared with Finky. I forgot about Finky at the beginning of this program until we started talking about it. And if you have to make a choice between Finky and Richie James, what are you going to do? And you got to throw favoritism around, because I like Richie. Of course I do. I don't even know Finky. But I saw Finky's skill, and I know how Kyle thinks. Trez, one of the founding members of TNT. Trez, you get on in there. And Trez, you just got through telling us to stop talking about Richie. Go ahead and continue that case. I enjoyed that.
You know, I gotta go on and do it like we do it now. Hold up, wait a minute. Rumbo, I want to put some red and gold up in it. First of all, we can't start it off without the red and gold.
I don't know what I was thinking. There's a day. Whoa, yeah. Fucking do the behind the back action. Trez, good to hear from you, fam.
That's
Always love to hear from you. It's Monday night.
Always, Rumbo, always. I'm here every night, Rumbo. I'm here.
But you don't always interject. You sit back calmly and you let Jack come in and make people mad and you don't say nothing. You should not put up with that.
Jack's my boy, Rumbo. You know, me and Jack go way back, Rumbo.
I know.
We go way back. I can't participate in those type of things. You know what I'm saying? That's my boy. I got to let him run his course. You know what I'm saying? So, hey.
I don't know why I said his name.
But,
Jack, it's okay. I was just kidding, Jack. Okay, because if Jack could come on in. But go ahead, Trez.
So we're talking about getting rid of players, right? That's what we had tonight. Who won't make the roster?
Uh-oh. I know where you're going first. I know where you're going first. Go ahead.
Well, no, my list is a little different, Rumbo.
Okay.
You know me.
All right.
Okay. I'm gonna do my checkoff list. I'm gonna start at the wide receiver. Trent Taylor got to go. He's off the team.
Okay.
You say goodbye to Trent Taylor.
You know what? I'm ready to accept that too. This team is not playing no more. You got to be good. You got to be healthy. Yep.
You can say goodbye to one CJ Beathard.
Yeah.
I'll let you.
There you go.
Been a good time. We kept you on the roster long enough as a favor. Okay, that's another one. Got to go. Got to get out of here. I'm gonna surprise you with this one, Rumbo. After this year, Solomon, we're gonna holler at you.
I knew that was coming.
Might not make it through. Might not make it through this year. He might not make this thing. It depends. If we get a trade, you know, something may happen and somebody may need him, and somebody offer us something. You know, so hey. Solomon, you know, that was my boy, Ronbo. It cuts me up on the inside to say that. But
I believe it too.
The train has left the depot for the last time. Okay.
No fares. It's just gonna
And
be empty train. Oh.
I got another one, and I know I might catch a lot of heat for this one, but I think Kyle gonna take a long look at Jared McKinnon, and he gonna see that he ain't got nothing.
Ooh.
And I think Jared McKinnon ain't gonna be the same running back that he was at one point, and you know, he might face re-injuring himself. And I don't want to wish that on him, but I think that's a possibility because he just haven't been playing football for a long time.
And it's a good because the thing is they got Salvan Ahmed and that other running back, Jermichael Hasty is running back. I had him wrong. Okay, yeah, Hasty and Ahmed, yeah, they're standing by. So could be.
Right. And last but not least, Ronbo, I'm gonna have to give it up to one Dante Pettis.
Yes, indeed. Easy choice.
I think we might get work out a trade somewhere again. Send him off to another team before the end of training camp.
As long as they don't ask for too much.
Work out.
Yeah, just
Yeah,
keep it.
Because
Keep it. If you really want to get rid of him,
because you know a lot of people.
Yeah, fifth round.
A lot of people go down.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of people go down
pick.
during training camp. So somebody might lose
Yeah, that's true.
a wide receiver.
Keep him around for insurance.
Yeah. So, Right, insurance purposes, exactly. So I think he'll be out of here. And that rounds out my list right there, Ronbo.
It's 5 solid.
So who you at?
I thought you was getting ready to go after Kwaski T, but have you changed your mind about Kwaski since last year?
Yeah, I have. I've changed my mind against Kwaski. I really have. But Ronbo, this kid out of Alabama we got, the one that undrafted free agent. Ronbo, I think
Jonas Griffith.
We may have.
Sir.
I think.
And the kid out of Arkansas.
Safety. No, he's safety. Out of Alabama, he's a walk-on. Well, unrestricted free agent.
Oh, the safety. Oh, Jamal. I forgot. Yeah. Maiden does play safety. Jared Maiden makes his team regardless. Yeah, he's on the team.
Ronbo.
49ers need safety depth.
I think we might have got us a ball hole.
Oh,
I think we may have found us a ball hole.
We got away. I don't know how he didn't get drafted, but 49ers they was on that quick. Well, he made the decision. Too. He had other choices, but he picked the 49ers.
Yes, sir. I like what I seen on the field. Well, it's a TNT night, boy. What can I say? You know?
I can't imagine him not agreeing with your picks is the thing I don't understand. Normally he does that when he's not happy. Because I don't remember it's getting cute and cuddly. And
finally. I do mean finally. Gentlemen, how you doing tonight?
Fabulous.
Partner, you've been killing it, you know. Really appreciate you coming in with the cards because we can't leave out those trash cards, you know what I'm saying? So I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, I told you got to add that in now. We call them trash cards or play cards, one of the two.
but brother Ronbo, how you doing, sir? Because
it's a wonderful thing. I mean, we just got a couple of months ago. We maybe delayed a little bit in the season, but it's coming together. Yeah. What are you thinking?
It's been entirely too cute and cuddly around here,
yes.
And I don't just mean tonight. You know,
it goes back for days.
It's been a while. It's been a while, and I don't always call in, but I make notes. And I've heard not one, not two, but I think 3 or 4 people tell me that they've seen Solomon Thomas make plays. When? Where? How? When did that happen?
Well, see, that's the thing.
You go right
that's
along
the thing,
with
Trey.
it. You go along with it.
I do because it's true. But the thing is, you can remember the plays he made. He hasn't made that many. Try to remember how many
the
plays
man
Nick
has
made.
6 sacks in 3 years.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
2 sacks a year.
That's
Are
easy
you signing
to
up for
remember.
the 2 sacks?
Right? I can remember that, though. See, that's why we recall those.
And I know what people are going to say. Yeah. Oh, well, he only had limited playing time. Well, the last time I checked, Ronnie Blair had 5.5 sacks in 7.5 games.
It was his own
so
fault.
Playing time isn't an issue.
No, it's not an
excuse.
excuse.
You're a dog.
Yeah.
The
You get to
reason
play
I'm saying that
if
is
you're doing a good
that
job.
it is time as a See, people got to realize we're no longer that team that we used to be, Ronbo. We're Super Bowl contenders now. We're Super Bowl aspiring, aspirational type of team. And one thing that we have to have on a team like that
It's
is
consistency.
great quality depth.
Yes.
Consistency and great quality depth. And the thing is that people are counting out my guy, and I need an installment, Ronbo, before we get out of here. We're not gonna do it long.
I can't imagine whose guy is. And now, in true Monday night fashion, it's time for a session of Let Me Holler at You. Right, Trey.
You know, this is ridiculous. People that are counting out Jeffrey Wilson. I'm going to say something.
I forgot about him. Yeah, you're right. I did.
I'm sick of it. The guy has the best hands on the team at the running back position. Let me say that again for people that play. Now, we can say Jerick McKinnon, I haven't seen him play in a Niner uniform. But I do know that his hands are better than Tevin Coleman. They're better than Mostert a little bit. I know that he caught a game-winning touchdown pass for us, and he also caught one in the Super Bowl. I think Jeff Wilson, here's another thing, Rumble. He brings something that we don't have, and that's a banger goal line back.
Yeah, he's tough.
Can you name another one on the roster?
Not like him. Not even TC hits that hole as hard as he does. That's true.
I think we carry 5 running backs on the team up until the last game of preseason. And the reason why I say that is that we're going to find out if Jet can make it. If Jet can make it, we're going to go with the 4 guys, probably have the 2 guys that are undrafted not make the team.
They'll be on
Maybe
the practice
one
squad.
of them will.
They got to keep him on the practice squad as long as they can. Because they can rotate
I
him.
appreciate the time tonight, man. Appreciate my partner letting me cut in. I will say this. There are a lot of things that we have to do, but one thing we will not settle for is mediocrity, which is why we drafted Ken Law because of Thomas's mediocrity. He didn't re-sign his 5th-year option because of the mediocrity. The biggest thing that I appreciate John Lynch doing is realizing a mistake when it's happened.
Yeah.
Let's cut the cute and cuddly.
That's true.
Let's cut the fuzzy out.
That's true.
When you make a mistake. Oh, yeah, and another thing that are going to get people hot before we roll out, Trent Taylor's not making this team.
Yeah, the more I look at that, I can see that. Yeah.
People are a bunch of hypocrites. They're mad at Jerick McKinnon for being on IR the last 2 years. Well, guess who else has been on
the IR for the same amount of time. Oh,
all right,
it's
we
true.
out here, man. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you,
Yes,
man.
sir. Yes, sir. Hey, Ronbo, can we give a shout out because by the end of this season, Frank Gore will pass the all-time great Walter Payton. So let's give a shout out to the inconvenient truth. Frank
Can you imagine
Gore
that?
for when this season ends, he should surpass Walter Payton and become the 2nd all-time leading rusher.
Shout out to Frank. Frank Gore is a testament to this team being trash, being overused when we were not good, and a lot of people not seeing how great he really was. Shout out to Frank.
Trent Baalke. I mean, Trent is like the whole reason I'm losing. I'm losing. Test one test. Yeah, we definitely. And if it wasn't, and Trent Baalke who lied to us in 2014, I'm going to see if I can extend. I think we can sign Frank Gore, find a deal we're going to make with him to keep him around. And Trent, you got rid of him. So I got to shout out to the man we're going to see this year again on the wrong side of the field. Frankie Gore, you are HOF first ballot Niner! Guys, Trey, what's funny? Last time we played Frankie, whose team is he on? Buffalo or whoever? I didn't even want our guys to tackle him. I remember that.
No, we didn't want to hit him too hard.
Yeah, I said, man, be careful there. Don't. Y'all just got here. Frankie's family from way back. You guys.
But you know what? We're gonna play Frankie. We're gonna play Frankie this year, Ron.
I
So we're
know
gonna take it easy on him, but we're gonna love it.
Yeah.
Talk to you later, brother. Thank you again,
right.
man. Shout out to everybody in the chat from TNT to you. We're gonna holler at you.
Thanks, fam. You guys have a good night. Oh, yeah. It's always an experience to talk. When Frankie gets here, man, We're going to see him. It'd have been nice if the schedule makers would have been decent enough to bring the Jets to Levi's. But then there's not going to be there may not be fans in the stands to really give them that standing ovation that would go on for like God knows how long. Ah, man. Anyway. Hey, Alice, come on in here, man.
What's up, man?
Al. Yeah, we're getting we're getting rid of people tonight, and some of the questionable players that and in fact, you know what? I think we're on the same page as John and Kyle. Some of the things they've been saying make it clear that they're pretty much as fed up with some of the people we're fed up with as well. And it's not, and like somebody else pointed out, the Trey just pointed out, John is very patient. The 49ers don't just bail on players. They give you a large margin of error to mess with. And if you just continually stay in that column, or that margin, then, yeah, you're going to finally get dumped. But, because you look at, as I mentioned earlier, Jason Verrett. Why are we signing Jason Verrett? And somebody pointed out that it may be a soft spot that they're concerned with as far as the secondary. So you keep Jason Verrett around just in case. Well, see, now it's getting silly. As long as I lose a good player. But Alice, whose time is up?
Man, I think Jason Verrett. I haven't really been too much of a fan. I know he's had some good. He's had some good play and stuff like that on the Chargers, and
he's a pro
but it seems like we get too many of these guys when they're on a decline and they got injury history though. If we can get them when they're actually intact and not on a decline, then I feel like it's beneficial for us. But when we get these guys on the decline, and then we try to put all of this hope in, and try to motivate ourselves and manipulate ourselves into thinking these guys would be beneficial, and then they don't.
And they don't.
They don't do shit. And then when they get in the game, he gets burned for 2 touchdowns or however many. He got burned as soon as he came in the Cardinals game. That pissed me off. I was like, man, get him the hell out of here, man. What is going on?
Miles between him and that receiver.
That's how we allowed them in the game. Absolutely, and clearly it was because of the lack of reps, and him being in the game enough and getting those live reps is the most important thing, and also being able to understand the defense, all the way. Is he at all of the practices? Is he still there even though he's injured and not playing? Is he still taking the same, steps as the rest of the, the secondary and the defense to make sure that he's, properly. Acclimated with what's going on, so he knows as soon as he gets in, whether he's got reps or not, he can still execute the play. Shit, clearly that's not the case here. So
he looked confused.
I think Verrett
he looked completely confused in that play.
Smoked. Yeah, not to say that he may not be able to do anything, but shit, we don't have time for that right now. We're trying to go for the goal, and so I would say Verrett needs to go. Dante's got to go. I'm just, and he's not. It's not that he's a veteran. We're looking for production and who's going to be, beneficial for us. I would keep Richie James over Dante any day. I'm just saying because, Dante's actually got more reps than Richie, but Richie is actually, for me, and in my opinion, is the more consistent and is electric.
He's got drive. That's what Dante doesn't have.
Yeah, man.
He plays with at least spirit about it. Yeah.
Yeah, and everybody's been talking about Dante with these cookies and these kittens and all these different things, man. And I'm just I don't know. I think it's something else going on. I don't know what his life is personally, what he's into, but I don't know. It just seems like
I wonder.
I don't want to talk about it too much because I don't have nothing against nobody and whatever they choose to do with their lives personally.
I know where you're going with that, or you would be going, but you're not going to do it.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying that in hearing him talk and kind of seeing how he gets down and how he moves, man, it's a little strange. But nonetheless, I would say Dante's not a fit for us, and Solomon's on his last leg, and I mean, I don't know, man. I can't really say. We got a few more guys we can allow on the roster this year, but I know that's only linemen, so we but that shortens the amount of potential for other guys being able to stay on. Jeff Wilson, I mean, I know was that Trey was talking about him. I like Jeff Wilson a lot.
Everybody
does. I don't think we're talking about him because I think we all pretty much got him already in the bag as far as a necessity on this team. You know what I mean? And he hasn't even gotten the Raheem spotlight yet. So wait, you just wait and see. We might be having another, Raheem Mostert, another explosive, guy who's able to, really get his shine and get his just due. You know what I mean? Because he's got all the potential. So
Yeah,
I look forward to seeing Jeff getting off this year big time. So just those 2-3 guys. Go ahead, champ.
Yeah, but just saying, running backs it's a tough job in San Francisco to be a running back for a long time. I can see right now if you come in, your shelf life is probably 3 seasons. TC came in, left the Falcons. I thought he was doing a great job with the Falcons. The Falcons cut him loose, and now you look at Matty B. Kyle just walled him off at one point and insist on TC starting every week. I still have a problem with that. I like TC. He does a good job, but I still think Matty was electric. He made a few fumbles. I get it, but still, I just don't know.
Yeah. It's that history, I think, between Kyle and
TC.
And TC. Yeah, that's what I meant to get to was that's the difference. I feel like he had more of an attachment, and Kyle's, call it bias, nepotism, or whatever. Kyle's going to go with the guys that he's, had more of a rapport with, and that maybe he feels more confident in over Matt Breida. Not to say that that's fair, because Matt Breida is explosive, and I'm sure he's going to do very well on Miami.
Yeah.
And he gets to go back home. So I think Kyle tried to make it as comfortable for him as possible. I think it was a little scandalous, but we're deep in that running back room, man.
Because he knows it's wrong. Kyle knows it. They know they're wrong. So let's put him in with the Dolphins. He'll be happy there.
Give some comfort care. They call it comfort care. You know what I mean? At least send him home and give him an opportunity. I'm sure he'll be able to definitely be in that starting rotation there at Miami since they lost was it Kenyon Drake. To the Cardinals and stuff like that, and they're looking for somebody to come and, get off immediately.
Ellis, Dre gets upset when you say something good about Matty B. Dre, I'm just saying. I mean, between the two, I like Matty B. Before he started fumbling, he was electric. Okay. Anyway.
Yeah, no, it's all good, man. I could give a damn, but I'm gonna say my piece on it. And Matt Breida is still a good player. It could be it's a coin flip between the two of them. I think that still TC is great, and I think we're gonna do great with him. You know what I mean? We got to get the plays to get these guys some opportunities, man. Kind of like Richie James, man. These guys just need the opportunity, Ronbo.
Exactly. Ellis, we got to pull up though. It's all true. I fully agree. But let me see in a couple of days.
Yes, indeed, champ. Shout out to you always, man. Make sure y'all go download that Ronbo Sports app, man. Right now, we need those subscribers up, man. We trying to get to 30K.
Yes.
Keep them coming, gentlemen. Shout out to everybody. Hit that like,
Thanks, Ellis.
Shout out to you, family, as always. Respect.
Hey, have a night, fam.
All right, peace.
Hey, Billy.
What up, Ronbo?
Billy. Sitting there tonight, man, we'll look at the players. Billy, have you been watching, Chris Finke is? Did you watch the UDFAs? You check the film on him? When you look at Chris Finke, if you put Chris Finke, I get to keep 2 of 3 between Chris Finke, Trent Taylor, and Richie James. What are you gonna do?
Man,
Tough,
I think I'm going Chris Finke. He has so much potential.
Yeah.
He got that potential.
Okay, you only get to keep 2. Who's out?
Man.
Yeah.
I think Trent's going, man. Trent's going home. Trent's packing.
You know what? That's probably right. You know why? Because Chris and Trent probably resemble each other most in their style, whereas Richie's just slightly different from both of them. So you still keep, and Trent's foot isn't gonna work. Can he make it this year?
I don't know. I don't think so.
We're gonna find out later, because they'll find out in camp.
Yeah.
That's when that last day when they're like 90. They got a cop out in the parking lot directing traffic of dudes that just got cut. So it's 60, 70 guys leaving.
Oh man. Man,
that's a rough.
I think CJ packing. I think CJ is gonna pack up and go too. CJ Beathard.
Yeah, I agree.
Jason Verrett.
Yeah, especially if this kid. Oh, what's that? What's that? That defensive back. Did I put the wrong name on here? Is Hasty my defensive back? Anyway, we got a defensive back. I got the names wrong now. DeMarcus Acey.
Oh,
I'm
Acey,
sorry.
I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Acey.
Acey,
If
yeah.
Acey does a good job, yeah, Jason's out of here.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
And everybody, I mean, even me too, Dante Pettis.
He's like on a piece of paper. He's the name at the top of the list, and then you add to it because he's automatic. You don't even think about it. Dante, out of here.
I thought of a funny way to maybe get him hyped up. Maybe he will be. The Washington.
What would you do?
We take away the cats.
I knew he was going to go there.
We go to his house. we take away the cats.
Hold his cats ransom.
We take away the cats. We take away the cookie dough. Man, let's give this man some lions. Let's give this man some steaks, man.
Billy, here's what you do. You take all his cats, you put all his cats in a little cage, and you take a picture of them, and you send it back to Dante on his phone. Okay, we got your cats. You either come out and you play serious football, or the cats die.
Man.
Dante would be livid. What? No! Okay. Just make sure you feed him twice a day and give him lots of water. And make sure you got a cat box. Oh, you guys are evil. You know, he'll come out and play, though. See?
Yeah, I think so. Take away all that cookie dough, too. Man.
Dante, boy. So,
Dante doing everything grandmas do.
Oh, man, there's just no way for a grown man to act. Dante's got to take responsibility. If you're going to get a career, there's lots of players that wish they had his position. Billy, he's got no reason, no right to come in there and BS around like that.
Man, he needs to go soon, man.
He could surprise us. I mean, I'm not counting that completely out yet. Dante could come into camp and every time he does a play.
I want him to perform.
I know, right? Dante, I can just see him now in the end zone. And there's a pass to Pettis, full extension. He hits the ground. Pettis is getting up now, running toward the camera. He looks at the camera. Hey, all you haters, get beep. I would be delighted. Dante, are you my dog now? That would do it for me. I just want to see him stop joking around. God. Man.
Oh, yeah.
We'll see.
He needs to get serious. Well, let's hope he gets serious.
Yeah. I was hoping that last year. I thought he would. He came in after rookie year. Yeah. He looked good, Billy, didn't he? And he came in the last season.
He made that touchdown pass.
Yeah. They said he was going to be like George Kittle. George Kittle busted out in the second year. So we're looking for the second coming. Another breakout year. Here comes Dante. Yo! Dante did not show up. God. We waited. Kyle waited midway through the season. Dante, sit your ass down. What are you doing? Wow. So, that's where we are now. Watching Dante in the doghouse, man. And of all places, Kyle put him in the doghouse? No, he didn't. Kyle put him in the cat house.
Gave him some catnip.
Put some milk on it.
Oh, man.
Some catnip cereal. God. I really hope he makes us stop picking on him, Billy. I'm telling you, man. Could this be the Dante year?
Man, I hope so. I want him to exceed, but what he's been showing us, I don't know.
I don't know, Billy. I really don't think he has it in him, but we'll see. Billy, appreciate you, fam. All right. Tell you what, I'm gonna look for it in a couple of days. All right.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thanks, Billy. Night.
Yeah. Thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Hey, George.
Ronbo.
George. Well, George, we're like beating the chest tonight because our team is so tough. We ain't got time for players that can play for the Cowboys or the Rams Or so, players who can play for the Rams and Cowboys, they only got a few people on their teams that can make our roster. You know what I'm saying? So now we're looking at these guys and saying, y'all got to go, man. We ain't got time for no more of this. So, George, who's on your list of players you could send to Dallas in L.A. and even Seattle?
For as much slack, Ronbo, for as much slack as we give Dante, he might turn around and give us a good pick in return.
I know.
So as much crap as we give him, hopefully, and the idea is that maybe a team that's pushing for a playoff position needs a wide receiver, and they see the talent in them, and they think that they could help them out, whatever. So go ahead, take them. But Ronbo, one of the things that's really important is that the attitude that we have to have this year, or that we're gonna have this year, or that we do have this year, is we're like you said, we're going for the championship this year. It's gonna be that's all in our mind, and there's no room to not have production in every slot. There's no room room at all. Not even for Trent Taylor. He does get a lot of the pass. For Solomon, Dante, there's a lot of players who this year, we can't screw around this year. You know what I mean? We got to get it down to everyone. Got to be productive.
You got to be careful who you cut too. That's what I'm saying. It's scary.
Yeah.
You don't get rid of the wrong guy.
Yeah, exactly. You can't get rid of the wrong guy.
And don't keep the wrong guy too. That's even more serious. So.
Yeah, and it was kind of interesting too, because that dude that we picked up, that Travis Benjamin wide receiver, and I was hearing him and stuff like that, and it's I easily can see him, he has an attitude, but he doesn't have the production that Dante has. So it's you know what I mean?
He's been having some problems. Maybe it's, I don't know, in San Diego or with the Chargers, he just didn't look that good the last couple of seasons. He played well with Kyle. We'll see.
Yeah,
I don't know.
and he looks really intriguing to me, to be honest. When I was watching his little interview and stuff, he kind of got me thinking, man, that guy can just, off his mentality alone, it looks like he's more hungry. And you kind of look at Kenlon, who we drafted, and he has nothing. He has nothing. So he's ready to fight for everything, and he's ready to ball out for us. And it's just that's what I mean. It's just Dante. No offense to Dante, man, but he's had a good life. You know what I mean? No offense, and it's nothing to take away. But there's dudes who are just honestly, I'm hungry for the Super Bowl. I don't even want no players on our team that are gonna be some punks. You know what I mean? I can't stand Mahomes.
There's no room for it.
I can't.
Yeah.
There's no room for it. Even Garoppolo, I expect Garoppolo to have a big time difference. His mentality should be sniping touchdowns left and right and no interceptions, because he's capable of doing it, and that's what he should be. That's what he should be doing. You're healthy now. That's his. It's all I said, mentality. It's just that's all we got to work on this year is really our mentality. The talent, the guys, we have it. Solomon, mentality guy is just you could do it. Mentality. You wouldn't even have to trade Solomon. He can't. He's talented. Mentality, man, is just if you can get his crap together and he can be productive too. And I forgot homeboy was saying that what games was Solomon productive. Okay, maybe he would have productive games, but he had productive plays. And you know what I mean? And with the collection that we have, that's all you can ask for. Is just help everyone else out so we can all rush and sack the quarterback together. All our numbers, all four of us, four pass rush, not us, but all four, up front.
That pass rush, and Javon's he's probably got it on his mind. Well, I ain't gonna have him saying that this dude can't fill DeForest Buckner's shoes, so he's gonna come in with an attitude.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Great point, Ronbo. Exactly. That's such a perfect point. That he's gonna come in and he's gonna do his job. I feel bad for Solomon because it's Solomon, this dude's younger than you. He came in just, bigger, hopefully that's
more dominating.
That's an insult to Solomon to get together. Yeah, that's an insult to Solomon too, buddy. Even for Dante, for us getting Brandon, I mean that.
That's why Dante's not talking to people on Twitter. If you come at him, he'll block you. You could even. I wonder if you even said, "Hey, Dante, I just came in to say hi, man." Block.
Yeah,
Dante, man, what is
those diva receivers, man?
What are you getting mad about, man? God. See, because that's what I'm saying. A lot of these players, and Jimmy G, the same thing. Jimmy's not responding to too much. I've never seen any posts by him on Twitter.
Yeah, but if you listen to Jimmy, he doesn't respond to his teammates regardless. They say they don't even message him back or nothing. So he's too busy. He's so much of a boss. That's what it is. Yeah, they say he never texts back to no one.
Really? I didn't know about that, but I do know that most of his teammates have had it with having to. I mean, they all got his back. They know Jimmy. He's a good quarterback. He's a good leader. You got Juice out there. They're doing interviews, and with people at Sherm, everybody's defending Jimmy. Every guy on the team.
Yeah, but for the most part, like Jimmy is gonna do his job, but it's just like, man, Jimmy, we know you can just come out here and just dog everyone every single Sunday. You know what I mean? Just left, right, just. Who cares if they say, "Oh, Jimmy, you just throw 10 passes? Okay, whatever. Let's kill them with the run game and then throw 10 nice dimes." Yeah. I don't care about that, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Things have changed, and that's why Kyle has done everything he could to beef up that offensive core, wide receivers and stuff like that. That's why I always defend Jimmy on that too. A lot of it wasn't all Jimmy. It was the fact that he lost Trent Taylor, which was a safety net last year, and you got some really prime-time receivers.
One last thing. Rumble, one last thing before I get out of here. The mentality thing even goes for Shanahan too. Like in the Super Bowl, I feel like we should have been more explosive, man. I feel like we should have been throwing up all the plays out there, all of them.
Just give it to
Debo. I don't even care. I don't even care if it's like looking like Madden out there. I don't even care if it's like, you know what I mean? Just exactly like
it's a Super Bowl.
Got nothing to lose. It's a Super Bowl. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So.
Yeah. So that's all I got to say, Ronbo. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
All right.
This year, I expect to see more explosion, more fireworks, and
I think you will. Remember, it's the second year, and in the second year of installing his offense, Shanahan's offense is really tough to get. Every team goes to second year, they'll get it. You'll see a little difference this year.
But we're hungry. We're hungry. We're hungry to get that Super Bowl. We're all super hungry. I think the team's hungry, and just like the Chiefs, have won. Like just like we were 2 years ago when they lost, and then they came back. Last year, that could be us too. You know what I mean?
They stumbled too.
That better be us.
I think so. Maybe we'll make it look easier.
And we were
just
they were just there. They were one play away, and we were one play away too.
Yeah.
So let's go, Niners.
All right, George. Have a good night, fam. I'm gonna see you tomorrow.
All right.
Well, no, it's not the big show, fam. I really, man, there's just so much because the most intriguing thing, though, is there's going to be a surprise cut. I mean, some of the cuts we see, we're going to probably agree with, most of them probably. But there's going to be that one or two surprise cuts. And that's where we're going to take pause. Because you're going to think to yourself, damn, well, that makes sense, but I didn't think they would do it. I didn't think they would do it cuts that are going to say, whoa, who will it be? Got to wait. Got a long time to wait, too. But fam, don't hit that like we go. I'll see you in a couple of days. Have a great night. Niners!